It's just knowing that I got like a season after the season, or I got a chance to have one. It just, it's like a joyful feeling to be able just to keep doing what you love, playing football. So I just been looking forward to it, taking everything day by day, and just as a team, we've just been trying to get prepared for what lies ahead.
How much football did you watch yesterday, and how close are you looking at the division and the seeding and things like that?
I don't too much get into that. I let the cards fall where they may. But for the most part, yesterday watching football, it was fun to finally just kick my feet up and just watch and see what was going on around the league and see what other teams was going through and how they reacting to adversity and things like that. So it was a pretty cool experience.
How'd you enjoy your bye week? What'd you do?
I went back to the crib. I was with my people, just with them, with my daughter, and just spending like quality time with them, relaxing, easing my mind, and getting my body right for the rest of the season. So just being able to spend time with them, quality time. I was just watching the game, going to get some of these, maybe even going to an amusement park or something. It just kind of just mental reset, like get you relaxed and then ready to go again.
Did you feel like you needed it?
I feel like I can play football all year long,
yeah.
But I know that it's never a bad thing to sometimes just take a break and let your body just rest for a little minute so it can recover fully how it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at it as, taking it day by day, preparing for the game and doing what I got to do to go out there, execute my job, and go out there and win the game.
I'm just glad to be back at the Bros, though.
What was your reaction to what some of the Browns players said, and what was your side of that?
I thought it was just a lot of talk, honestly. I think they wanted some attention. That's about it.
Do you think that what you said went over a line, or is it just sort of what is said during breaks like that?
I mean, he said some things, so why he ain't saying what he said? So I don't know, bro. I do know it ain't that bad. That's what I do know. I'm gonna just keep it to myself or what I said, but I know it wasn't that bad, and he knows that. It's funny, and so if he sees me to smack me, maybe y'all find out that day.
Do you feel like opponents try to trigger you because you're so physical? Is there a lot of chirping between plays?
It's always been like that, I'm a physical guy, like I said a couple weeks ago. I'm always playing hard in between the whistles, and I said me between the whistles because, even refs, sometimes they don't like the way I play. So, I go out there and play my style each and every day, and that's what I'm continuing to do.
Outside of the Cleveland game in general, what is sort of your line for what can and can't be said smack talk-wise between players?
Killing people. You shouldn't say you're going to kill someone. That to me, that's where you draw the line. You're going to get killed? Come on, it's a violent sport. And I've been playing football for, 20-some years? I done heard that walking down the street.
Is there an element to your trash talk that is strategic to try to get guys off the game?
I think it just comes back from just how I grew up, man. Underdog mentality. The kid always comes in, 5-star recruit, gets told he's going to win, and then, meets the underdog. And 5-star recruit doesn't know how to deal with that sometimes.
Does this game mean anything more to you just because Tennessee and where you went to school?
Nope, all games mean the same to me. I love it. I love football. That's it.
After last season, to be where you guys are, 4 games and so close to the playoffs, just how exciting is it for this final stretch?
Super exciting. I was talking with KB because he was with the Patriots. I was like, bro, just how lucky were y'all, bro? Like, you go 7 wins and get in the playoffs. Like, that's lucky to me, But it's just all fun and games, just knowing where we are, knowing what our feet are, knowing what we have to accomplish as a team, and knowing that it's all right there in front of us to do it.
How much of your resilience, the team itself, to have so many injuries and then still continue to win throughout the season, 9-4, 6th seed here now in the NFC playoff race? How does that kind of push you guys through the rest? You kind of feel like somewhat invincible going through the rest of the season.
Everybody just picking each other up. The energy just being a whole nother level this year. And just everybody wanting to do their best and being the one to make the play. It's just that takes care of everything.
Were you watching games yesterday and kind of scoreboard watching with the Rams and Seahawks?
A little bit. But I was on vacation, man. Honestly, I flew back on a Sunday, so I couldn't even watch football until I landed. And so it was nice to get away from football, and now we're back.
How did you spend the bye week?
I went to Hawaii. nice.
family?
Yes, it was nice, very nice. Got away, didn't have to deal with this North Cal, weather, but it was great. It was great, and like I said, the best part is to come back to football. That's always on your mind when you're away from ball too long. Just being how active we are, can't get away from it too long, and then it just becomes it just I don't know. It hurts the soul. I say that. It hurts the soul.
Leading into the bye week, you were able to string together some strong performances. So it looked like you're getting back to full, especially after the early portion of the season when you were getting better. Does it feel like you are kind of like touching each other?
Man, I don't know. I think some questions are obvious, so I just let that be. I would say they don't care if you're hurt, so why do they care if I'm healthy? So I say that.
It's really exciting. Last year, I think the last 2 or 3 games we weren't playing for any playoff hopes or anything. I think we're out of it. But this year, being 9-4, it's just a lot better coming into work every day, knowing like we can make a push for the Super Bowl and the playoffs. Like I've never been in the playoffs before, so I'm excited. But we got to make a strong surge in the next 4 weeks.
How much football were you watching yesterday and just kind of scoreboard watching with the Rams and Seahawks?
I scoreboard watched, but the only real game I watched was Tennessee-Cleveland. Just get ahead a little bit and see if Miles would have got another sack or break the record or something. Sorry, but that's the only game I watched. But scoreboard-wise, I checked every game.
What did you take away from the Titans?
They play hard. They're not they're not in a position to make a push in the playoffs, but you could tell like they wanted it to win on the win yesterday, and they're not going to take anything for granted. They're going to come bring it Sunday, so we got to play hard.
Does Sweat jump out to you, just the size of him?
Oh yeah, I played Sweat 2 years in college. Yeah, so and we played him last year in the preseason, so I've played him a lot. But he's a huge, large human being. So.
Yeah, have you ever talked to Alfred about him at all?
No, but I should actually.
He's the understudy.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, 2 large humans. Yeah. I don't think anything's really over the line. I guess talk about someone's like family, I guess, or like personally attack them. I mean, football is football. People are gonna trash talk. People trash talk at the rec playing 5v5 basketball. It's not like it's just part of sports, part of the game. So like, I don't really have a problem with it.
Are you a big trash talker?
No, I don't talk. Just kind of chill.
Why is that?
That's not who I am. I mean, unless somebody was like, I'll go like stand up for one of my teammates, but like me personally, I don't talk.
Most NFL players are probably hurting at this time of the year. Do you feel better now than you did at the start of the season, just given what you were dealing with from the preseason?
Yeah, for sure. Just building the momentum of reps and snaps each week. I think missing the last 2 or 3 weeks of training camp, it sucked. But just getting back in the groove of things. Thankfully, we were supposed to win a lot of games in the first half of the season, and just. Like I said, just more snaps.
Yeah.
Just keep warming up and getting better each week.
What week or whereabouts do you feel like you turned the corner this year and you started playing like Dominick Puni?
I don't know. I don't even know if I can give you like a certain week, but I know I've gotten better as the season went on.
Yeah.
But I don't know when like the turnaround was.
I was fortunate enough to be at the game, and so it was an electric environment. Hoosier fans are the best in the country, and just super hyped for them. Cignetti's done a great job there, and he's got his guys working, and see how playoff goes.
Yeah. How has this gone as far as this season in the rehab, and at what point did you feel kind of like you turned the corner?
Yeah, it's been a long journey, but just grateful throughout the whole process. Ever since I got here after the draft, kind of got on a plan with the staff here, and every step of the way it's been awesome just to achieve each goal, and then finally just get the practice window open. So the plan's going well.
What do you want to get out of the practice window, the 3 weeks that you're practicing?
Just playing football again. It's been over a year pretty much since I last played and was able to practice fully, and so it's just awesome to be out there and be able to be with the guys and get on that schedule, and then be able to translate what I've been learning so much in the classroom to on the field.
Do you think this puts you in a good spot, like, momentum-wise, for next year for the off-season program and kind of establishing yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was excited to get the practice window open this season, because any type of practice, any type of work will prepare me for next year, and that's ultimately the goal is to help the team in whatever way possible, and being available is the best thing.
Kurtis, you played all of last season pretty much through the injury, right?
Yeah.
You just weren't sure until afterwards how serious it was?
Yeah. It wasn't until after the season when my agent and I decided to MRI my knee because there was some weird feelings, and it just didn't feel completely right, and so we were able to get the news that it was torn fully, but I was just glad to get through the season.
Just curious to know if, being that the team has sustained so many injuries, if you spoke to anybody when going through the recovery process from your injury.
Yeah, it's always great to bounce, ideas and thought processes off of people, especially those at this level, and so we just having guys that that have been through certain injuries as well. It's great to have them just to talk to and be able to relate things to.
Able to share who maybe some of those guys were, or no?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys. I mean, this team has been fantastic. Brock has been through a couple injuries as well, and so just having him in the room is the most easy and accessible. But just the whole team has great leaders and guys that are willing to share and help out.
What did you do? How do you take advantage of your time here when you're not able to practice to learn the system and learn about what he wants from players?
Yeah, this whole time just trying to be a sponge and try to soak as much as I can. I was still able to work on the side with strength coaches and do that and get those type of reps. Everything's been mental at this point, and just trying to remember, just trying to learn as much as I can, learn about Kyle, what he wants and what the staff wants and what the whole team essentially is trying to achieve. And so it's just been great to be in that room, be able to learn from Mac and Brock and everyone who's been able to just provide information and help for whenever this moment comes.
As far as practices, have you been able to be on the field, and do you sort of kind of position yourself behind the play so that you're kind of going through it mentally?
As much as I can, I'm trying to be out there with practice, trying to go through the mental reps, trying to just be able to take in those reps and do as much as I can. Even though I wasn't able to be suited up with the guys, I still learned a lot, and just being out there watching and everything like that. So.
Yeah, maybe help that you could ease into that process of learning the playbook, given the circumstances.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to be going through a recovery process, but being able to, learn everything and have it be a little slowly integrated and everything like that definitely was a positive and a blessing throughout this whole recovery. So.
That's good.
Not to be rude, but like 7th round quarterbacks don't generally find huge successes starters in this league. There's an exception in Purdy, and obviously other examples like that. But what have you what can you take from Brock's example? Was it an inspiration or give you any belief in any way of his story?
Yeah, having the best example possible as the quarterback of this team in the room has been a blessing. Being able to learn from him. Really what he showed me is how detailed and how focused he is, and that if there's an opportunity out there, he's going to make the most of it, and that's what I plan to do. Starting with my practice being open and then moving forward.
Yeah. The bye was good. I was in Portland. My wife and family, we just hanging out, so I had a quick flight, but yeah, really good to get away. Good to get away and just reset. But excited to get back. Practice was fun today. Breaking it back in, so it's been fun.
What's your strategy on trash talk, and do you partake in it a bit?
It just depends. If somebody talks to me, I'll respond, but I'm not much of a talker though. It's a hit or miss. But if somebody's yapping too much, I might say something, but I'm not too much of a talker.
In your opinion, what's crossing the line that one player says to another?
Crossing the line, I think family. You could say anything to me though. Me personally, I think everybody looks at it differently. So I really don't care. I don't really get affected by anything. But because it doesn't mean anything. If you're not touching my family or anything, it doesn't affect anything, then it doesn't really get through to me. So I think it's personal, how you take it.
Speaking of being affected, you guys were over the break not playing, but you still moved up in the playoff race. How does it feel, kind of being this late in the season and being, right there in the hunt?
Yeah, no, the league right now is crazy in itself. Everybody has a lot of wins, so you just never know what can happen. But it feels good to move up, But as a team, we can't get caught up in that. We just gotta do what we can control. You hate to put your fate in somebody else's hands. So a lot of teams might have to deal with that. So we try to not be that team that, you're rooting for. But I mean, if a team can help us, I'm rooting for them to win, yeah, but you don't want that to be your fate. So just working as we work, but if you're in a position like we are where it just helps you regardless, then that's dope. So we put ourselves there.
When you think about the fact that Tennessee is, where they are in the season, how do you kind of refocus after a week of rest?
Yeah.
And then also a team that may not be as competitive so far this season, but anyone can win on any given Sunday. So how do you guys kind of refocus for that type of game?
Yeah, today, practice today, getting back going, getting our bodies back going was really good. So just using the days, practicing and then going into this game. Like you said, not taking no teams lightly. We look at every team as, qualified to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we go about it, and it's going to be fun. They got a good first round quarterback. Cam Ward and what he does. The defense is solid. So just got to come in, not take them lightly, and do what we're supposed to do.